Okay, let's do the press conference for round 3 of the 2017 European Le Mans Series, the 4 hours of Red Bull Ring. I'm out of breath after that one, guys. Thank you very much for a very entertaining race. In first place, for the second time this year, the number 32 United Autosport Ligier Gibson, Hugo de Sadlier, Will Lowen, Philippe Albuquerque. Second win of the year, as I said, in 2017. Hugo, you started the race. How did it go from you? You had a great battle. You got the lead. Talk us through it.
Well, yeah, I started the race as I have done in the last, since the beginning of the season. It was an easy start at this track. Leo got a good getaway and I followed him. From there, I just managed. We had a little bit of battling with Lapierre into turn 2, and then I don't know what happened with him. I think he outbraked himself a little bit. So then from there on, I managed my race. He started catching me quite a lot, so I put in some quicker laps, and I managed the race from there. On the second stint, we were lucky enough to get out first, right in front of from Nico Lapierre, and again, I just kept getting frustrated a bit in the traffic when he'd catch me, but I was pulling away, so that was pleasing.
You make it sound very easy, but I'm sure it wasn't. It was a very challenging race, that one.
Yeah, well, it wasn't as hot as I expected it to be, but for sure, traffic was more difficult than on the other tracks. Fortunately, our car was really great, especially for overtaking. We could brake really late. And United Autosports did such a great job on pit stops, everything.
Will, you took the car over. You had a good battle with Nick Ignacio behind you. He eventually got past you, but you managed to keep pace with him.
Yeah, for me it was a really good run. And first of all, Hugo did an amazing job starting the race and everything. And then when I got in, I saw the orange car behind me and was holding him for a while. And then I had a very, very close call with a P3 that spun and barely got around, and then I held him, and then he pulled away a little bit. For sure it was not easy. The car was really good, but not easy. So I just kept pushing and managing the traffic, and it was going pretty well in lap time. And then I handed the car over to Philippe, and we all know what happened. United just did an amazing job. So proud and happy of the pit crew. They just killed it today.
Obviously you won in Silverstone. How's that compared to that race?
Well, that one was a little different just because it happened so last minute. This one, well, it was still close, so it was still really. I was just pacing back and forth at the end. It was really tense, but we saw at the very end that we thought it was going to be okay, and yeah, we had to be patient, wait to celebrate. But it's awesome that we're back in the. We're right there with the championship.
Felipe, you took the car over from Will. Great race there. Had us all on the edge of our seats, but I'm sure you were managing the gap quite well.
Well, it was very tricky. I mean, I got in the car and I could see Leo ahead of me in the same distance, but then somehow the traffic was kind of horrible, and this time was no tire save or whatsoever. It was just 1 hour left, so I just pushed as much as I could. I had nothing left there, and the gaps were the same, so I knew that Leo was as well pushing hard. But then our strategy was to go a little bit longer because of the fuel that seems to us that we have a little bit less than them. Then on the pits, when I was leading, I was like, when I came to rejoin the track after pits, I was trying to see where he was on the uphill, and I couldn't find him, and I was like 10 seconds ahead. But then after 2 laps, I had nothing left in my front tires. Now I had like 15 minutes to go. So I was a bit worried because I have nothing in my pocket to fight him in case if he was catching me. But then in the end, the last, I would say 4 laps, and it was like still 7 or 8 seconds, I kind of relaxed a little bit there, and yeah, it was a sweet win, and congratulations to my teammates because they are just doing a brilliant job and a great evolution since the beginning of the year to now.
Le Mans, it was an Orica track. It's good to see Ligier back up there. What was the difference between Le Mans and here?
Well, basically, Le Mans, it's very simple, actually. It's just a question of a Le Mans package. Our Le Mans package didn't work at all, so we went actually to the sprint package. So that's away we were from what we should be. So now we come to the full downforce tracks, and I think till the end of the season, I think we should be around there, and those gaps in Le Mans, I think it should be gone. Nevertheless, I mean, Oreca is still a competitive car, but I think the gaps is much closer, and it takes us to a good fighting track.
Well, congratulations to the rest of you guys and the United Autosport team for the second win of the year. Fantastic result. And in second place, a fighting second place for our pole position holders, number 22, G-Drive Racing, Orica Gibson. They still hold the championship lead going into the second half of the season by 4 points. Leo Russell, Mimo Rojas and Nicolas Menacion. Leo, I'm just going to ask you, can you talk us through your start and can you talk us through the last few laps, please?
Yeah, the start was good. I took the lead just in the first corner, and after I pulled the gap with the second, and in the last stint I pushed all my stint for catch the Felipe, but it's not easy. It was not easy, but it was a good weekend for all the team. I did a fastest lap, I did the pole position, and we scored a lot of points for the championship.
We go to your home race at Le Castellet next. Are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah.
Good. Mimo, you took over the car. A great stint for you as well. A challenging stint.
Yeah. It was for me. It was also surprising that when I exit the pit lane, we lost 2 positions. Especially because some of the problems that we experienced in the race began there. The starter didn't work. So we lost a few seconds when I got in the car because the car wouldn't start. And I think Leo, that's why he lost some time in his last stop, fighting to get the engine started. So unfortunately that didn't help. We did the best we could. At that point, people were on different strategies and just tried to keep the pace. We knew everything would shuffle eventually, and it did. And Nick did a good job putting the car back in P1 and until we had hit other problems, but really happy with the job the team did. We obviously had an amazing car, and hopefully we'll keep having a great car the rest of the year.
How was the traffic around here? It's a very tight track, isn't it?
It's tough, but I think, sometimes when the expectation is high that it's going to be a big problem, then people get it in their mind, and then we just work with it. And not only us, but also the P3s and the GT cars. Everybody, I think, in general, behaved really well. We all respected each other. Sometimes, maybe even more than other tracks where it's supposedly easier to pass. So I think sometimes when in theory it should be a bigger problem, everybody did a great job respecting each other. We didn't have the only full course yellow was due to a car stopped on track, not really to contact. So I think everybody did an amazing job.
Nick, you took over the car from Mimo. You're here as a super sub, shall we say, for Rio, as he's racing in Japan. Congratulations on getting the car to second place. A good stint for you. You had a great race out there with these guys.
Yeah, it was very good. But the most important thing for me was to don't mess anything up. There is a good prepare. The car is really prepared. Performance-wise, we definitely are the best one there is out there. We show it on qualifying, practice, in the race. We are fast. We're not perfect because I would say then it's more us than make a problem with the starter. Then the pit stop wasn't fast enough, so we need to work at that. We will. And but my biggest disappointment this weekend was if we talk about traffic is part of it. And I never complain about it because I don't care. That's the kind of racing. What's annoying me is when you are lapping people and then they don't let you by for lap after lap after lap after lap. So I lost at least 15 seconds behind the Algarve car. Waving at me, brake testing, closing the door, and I find it terrible. So that was actually, if I look at statistically, is a big loss for the race. I was stuck. After it's just, I end up overtaking it, but that's the annoying bit. But if I look positively, I think Leo and Memo are just stars. They work very well. And looking forward to the next round and trying to win this time.
Well, congratulations to you and to G Drive. Congratulations, Guy. Great result for second place and a very entertaining race for us watching on. So thank you very much. And in third place, the number 39 Graf Orica Gibson, Eric Troulier, Paul Petit and Enzo Gilbert. Eric, you started the race. Do you want to talk us through you started 13th on the grid, so a good result from so far back.
Oui, effectivement, c'était un très bon résultat. L'équipe est en train de monter en puissance et les pilotes aussi. Je pense que le circuit n'était pas le circuit le plus favorable à l'Oreca. Donc voilà, l'année dernière, à la même époque, nous étions plus loin au championnat et on a fini deuxième à très très peu de points de la victoire. Donc je pense qu'on est dans le tempo qu'on s'était fixé et on sera plus fort au Castellet.
Yeah, looking forward to the next one. Yes, definitely. Paul, you took over the car. Again, battling up through the grid. How was the traffic for you? How was the coming up through?
Écoutez, moi la course s'est plutôt bien passée. Mon relais, le trafic a plutôt été bien géré. J'ai eu une petite frayeur à un moment avec une LMP2. Mais à part ça, j'ai ramené la voiture dans la meilleure des positions possibles pour Enzo et qui a fait un magnifique relais pour terminer sur le podium et notre premier podium de la saison.
And Enzo, you took the car over. You were up there. How important is this to get another podium or a podium here in Red Bull Ring?
Ça fait super plaisir de faire un podium ici. Ça fait longtemps qu'on le cherchait. Bon, l'équipe a fait un bon travail. Eric et Paul ont réussi à faire un bon relais, donc on est super contents.
Le Castellet is next, your home race and the home race for Orica as well, so you're hoping to go better there?
On espère faire mieux, ouais. On aime bien le circuit, l'équipe aussi, donc on va tout faire pour.
Perhaps here, perhaps we'll finish here.